Hi everybody, my name is Marina Graves, and I'm a queer zinester and a tarantula mom and a horror enthusiast, and that's my first draft of my intro, since I guess I'm going to be doing this now. Actually no, that makes my glasses glitter. I finally got around to watching FUBAR, and FUBAR is a mixtape, and you probably know of it because it was in the bottom abyss tier of the disturbing movie Iceberg. And I watched it, and I wrote down everything that happens in it. Now I'm gonna tell you what happens in it, because I watch things so you don't have to. Cool? Are we cool? Okay. Let me think. Content warning for this one? Probably just bestiality, honestly. I don't think there's anything else potentially triggering, except for maybe BDSM, if that's the thing that triggers you. Anyway, so the fun thing about, I mean, I use the word fun loosely, but FUBAR has that sort of fun mixtape tone, so it feels less like just a long-ass gore compilation and more like someone made it and put work into it. You know what I mean? Like most of the clips are set to some sort of song that is like joking, or and there's little clips in between stuff that are too small for me to really mention here, but like it starts with a circus ringleader welcoming us to the show, you know, which I think is fun. It's more interesting than MD Pope's edgelord-ass content warning. Anyway, we start off. First clip is dude just beating his meat, and it's right next to another dude's face, and he takes a piercing plane needle, and he stabs it into the head of his dick, and then he sprays blood and cum all over the other dude's face. And I believe it is set to John Cheese's Milkshake cover. Either way, I'm not positive if it's John Cheese. But, you know, it's a swing version of Milkshake by Khalees. Second one, we have our obligatory Japanese scat porn. It's a girl in a wedding dress, and she gets pooped on, and then she eats it. There are then some close-up shots of someone cutting themselves with a razor. Number 4 is an extended montage of a bunch of clips from Running of the Bulls and just general bullfight footage. There's some goring, and there's some people getting thrown around and dragged around, and it's set to a pop-punk song that I didn't recognize, but I thought the guy sounded like Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day, but I don't think it's a Green Day song, because I think I would know it. Anyway, I don't feel bad for any of these ding-dongs. You get in the street with a bull, I don't feel bad for you if you get flung. I just don't feel bad. Especially like matadors who are like stabbing a bull for fun. If the bull stabs you back, you get what you get. Anyway, then we get to the first of a bunch of Genki Genki clips, which Genki Genki is a series of Japanese bestiality porn movies. The first one involves a girl and a dog. Our sixth clip, this one actually made me laugh because it's fun. Dude, he's got the girl is in like pile driver position, so she's like butt up, and he sticks his bong, into her butthole. And then he does a bong rip. He does not clear the pipe though, in case you're wondering. So, shame on that dude. Clear your pipes, people. Then we got some low quality gore footage of somebody's eyes being dug out. It looked like it was from a movie. It looked pretty fake. And then we have the first of several Happy Tree Friends episodes. Happy Tree Friends is very nostalgic for me, because I think that was one of the first pieces of horror media that I really liked in middle school. Because Fall Out Boy did a music video with them for the song "The Carpal Tunnel of Love," and I think that was the first time I got into Happy Tree Friends. Anyway, it's the episode Spin Fun Knowin' Ya, which is where the moose character, whose name escapes me, is spinning a bunch of them on one of those playground carousel things, and they all go flying off and die terrible deaths. For those of you who don't know, Happy Tree Friends is an animated series where a bunch of cartoon animals die in terrible ways. Which all sounds very morbid, but it's done in a very fun tone. I think that they were big around the mid-2000s. So if you're much younger than I am, you probably aren't familiar with them. Then we have, it's some footage of either coroners or medical examiners. I'm not positive. The footage looked like something from Orozco the Embalmer, but I don't remember this clip, so that gives you an idea of kind of what's going on. But it's footage from a South American country. A young woman got hit by a car, it looks like, and a whole crowd is watching while they take her clothes off and they remove her jewelry, and they wash her body off like right in the street. It's alarming. It's definitely weird, especially when there's an audience and there's like kids. But I guess that says a lot about that part of the world, unfortunately. And that's a poverty thing, not a racism thing, before anybody comes after me. Another Genki clip, this one with an eel. If you've ever heard the Eels Up Inside Ya song, that's what's playing. If not, highly recommended looking that one up. It's pretty fun. Not the Genki clip, the song, the Eels Up Inside Ya song. 11. Clip number 11 looks like a clip from possibly a backyard wrestling league kind of thing. It's two dudes on a roof. One dude grabs the other dude, and they jump off the roof into a table smash, and the dudes are just rolling around on the ground like in a whole bunch of pain, and I'm just like, I don't feel bad for y'all. Like, you threw y'all damn selves off a roof into a table. Okay. Then we have a video from a G.G. Allin show. If you're not familiar with G.G. Allin, that's a whole bucket of worms. He was a punk musician who was especially known for getting naked and shitting on stage during shows. But yeah, he's walking around naked, covered in blood. like through the audience, and there's a part where he lays on the pool table and starts smashing the microphone onto his head, and just blood's just pouring down his face. Anyway, then we get to the first of several very hard BDSM porn clips. Basically, my biggest objection with these is that dude is not wearing gloves. And as someone who has some training in the area of needle play, wear gloves. You wear gloves when you're poking people with needles, regardless of where you are poking them. Anyway, this guy takes skewers that are probably 10 inches long, maybe, and skewers them parallel, lengthwise down through a woman's labia, and then he sutures her labia shut. This does not disturb me. This is fairly normal. Like, I can understand why needle play clips and, like, other really heavy BDSM footage would be really super alarming for someone who's not part of the community. But as someone who has been a part of the community since they were 18, I'm not mad at it. Like, just because I wouldn't let somebody do that to me. I would do that to somebody, sure, why not, if that's what you wanted. Anyway, I am really exposing myself on youtube.com. Then we have this is arguably the worst clip. Somebody mentioned it in my video where I did a Snapfire 73 update, and I mentioned the video that I found most disturbing. It's essentially, it looks like, I'm not sure if it's simulated necrophilia or actual necrophilia. Looks like it's in a morgue or a med school. The quality is not good. Not that I want to see it in HD, but, like, I would be able to tell you more. I would be more sure about whether I felt that it was probably real or not. I can't tell. But the person that is filming puts their penis into the head, or into the mouth of a dissected, decapitated head. Like I said, whether this is a real head or a fake head, I don't know. I can't tell. It's gross, but, like, I can't see shit. And then he takes a disembodied hand and jerks off with it. Which I feel bad about laughing at, but I did laugh at. So, I'll get on the bus to hell in the morning. There is then a narrated comic where a dude rapes a girl, and he bites off her nipples, and then he drugs her, and then he tricks her into cooking her baby for him to eat. But again, this is all line drawn very poorly. So, disturbing, maybe, in concept, but not very graphic. There's then an execution video where a dude gets tied up. They put a sign on him, but I can't tell you what it says because it's in Arabic. He's then repeatedly shot, including in the face, and he takes a really long time to die. Then we got another Happy Tree Friends. This was kind of fun in between, like, to space Happy Tree Friends episodes out between the more, like, actual dark, disturbing content. I thought was a nice touch by the creator. Anyway, this episode is Crazy Ant-ix. The anteater character tries to eat an ant family, and they nail his tongue to the dinner table and mutilate it, and then he gets blown up. But again, it's all just comic or cartoon violence, you know? Then there's another fucking Genki clip. This one has a naked girl ripping apart fish with her teeth, and it's mostly gross. I'm just thankful that there was music over this so I didn't have to listen to the mouth sounds, because I have misophonia and I can't handle mouth sounds. And then she rubs the mashed up fish all over her. And there's another fucking Genki clip right after that, which involves an octopus. This clip was also an MD Pope. So yeah. Number 20 is just, I have no idea what this is from, but it's just some dude getting the shit beat out of him. And then I thought clip 21 was weird because it's just a homemade, like, it's like a homemade sex tape of, the girl is sucking the guy's dick. And they're just, the only thing that's potentially disturbing about it is it's like daddy kink, daddy dom, little girl age play, role playing. So the odds of this being actual incest are so minimal to me, just again knowing the kink community. 99% chance this is just some couple who role plays. Another hard BDSM clip. These clips are all from the studio called Torture Galaxy, which I'm familiar with. I believe it's based in Germany, which of course it is. That involves a dude putting a wooden block inside of a girl and then nailing, like physically nailing with a hammer, her labia into the block of wood. Then we do have an actual clip from Orozco the Embalmer, which makes me think that the previous clip was also from it, but I genuinely don't remember. It's autopsy and embalming footage, but the woman was pregnant. It's really graphic and pretty gross, but interesting, you know? Yeah. There is then a clip of a man with testicular elephantitis, and boy, they are huge, huge, as a certain disgraced former president would say. He is able to, like, sit on them to sit down. And that is also set to a song about having big balls, which is really fun. I appreciate the creator's sense of humor. Some more Japanese scat porn. This, I think, may be from Guso Milk. They're throwing poop at a tied up girl. This is all set to the Hanky the Christmas Poo song from South Park. And the girl ends up just covered in it. And then they hang her upside down and dunk her in a tank full of shitty water. I'm so tired. Like, the amount of fucking bestiality in this really wears on ya. Gotta say, it is exhausting to sit through. Because then there's the other half of the Genki dog video from the beginning. And then there's some clips of bouncers throwing dudes out of clubs. And then there is I believe her name is Bodil Jensen. It's vintage 70s porn of this woman who is known for doing animal porn. I want to say she was Danish, maybe? I don't know. I wish, I really should research these things before I come in and do this, but do I think about it? No. This is a very professional YouTube channel. Anyway, and this woman is having sex with a pig. Then there is footage from one of the vomit gore movies by Lucifer Valentine. I couldn't tell you which one it is because I still have not seen those. I have a hard time with vomit, so I have to be in the right headspace, I guess one would say. Anyway, it's clips of a dude puking and drinking it, and puking and drinking it, and puking and drinking it. And then he gags himself with the fingers of a severed arm, which is kind of funny. Also, dude has a big-ass Alkaline Trio logo tattooed on the back of his arm. And then he, like, eats some brains and then pukes them into the top of the open, severed head. And then it cuts to another guy who's just puking blood. Yeah. Number 30. We are almost done, folks. We are almost done. This is some performance art footage. This was set to Hurt by 9 Inch Nails, so thank you, FUBAR creator, for giving me feelings and making me experience emotions. But it looks like a performance art piece, and I actually really thought it was cool. It starts like halfway through the performance, so I would have loved to see the whole thing. Because I'm that art student who went to art school and got really into performance art, which is very cringe of me, but I have never not claimed to be cringe. I embrace my cringe. He's on a stage that looks like a bed. He is naked, covered in blood. He has tons of tattoos, and he has these 2 glass panels that he's on top of, and then he places each one at the end of the bed. And then he puts a blonde wig on, and he tries to brush it, and then he pours lube on the stage, and he mixes it with blood, and then he starts brushing that into the wig. And then he finishes off by covering himself in the bloody lube, and then fisting himself. If anybody knows who this artist is, please tell me, because I want to see more of his work. There's then a little illustrated animated clip about the word fuck and how versatile it is, which was also fun. Then we got some more Torture Galaxy hard BDSM. This girl is tied up. She has thumbtacks placed on her butt cheeks. She is face down. And the guy is using a riding crop to slap the top of the thumbtacks so that they embed into her butt. And then they show them doing that to her boobs, which are tied up also. And then her... Is coochie a good word? Is that safe for YouTube? Like, any of this is safe for YouTube. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, it is funny for me to see stuff like this in the context of these mixtapes, because this is... I've done stuff like this to other people. So to me, it's not weird. But I understand how y'all probably find that horrifying. Anyway, I'm so tired of having to watch Genki clips. This one's like a sea cucumber. She puts it over the dude's dick and then sucks it, and then the dude puts it on his fingers and fingers her with it on his fingers. The clip is way goddamn longer than it needs to be. I didn't need to watch 4 minutes of that. I really didn't. Another Happy Tree Friends, called Nuttin' But the Tooth, and the squirrel character goes to the dentist and gets his shit fucked up, basically. And then we got the last Torture Galaxy clip, the girl getting spanked with a spiked board, and then he canes her. He then puts those long skewer type needles through her butt cheeks, like through the meat of the butt cheek, and then more smaller needles just under the skin, I did note, I still think homie should have gloves on, but that's just me. I guess it's not necessary. If you've already shared your bodily fluids with somebody, I guess it's okay. Anyway, that's set to Venus in Furs by the Velvet Underground. Then the Bud Dwyer suicide clip, I think most of us that are here are familiar with it. But it was a politician who had been accused of corruption. He shot himself during a press conference so that his family would still be able to receive his pension, I guess, something like that, because he technically died in office rather than resigning or being impeached. Though I don't know if you impeach, I don't know, he was going to be removed from office, basically. There's a clip from either Africa or the Middle East, I'm not sure, of people getting their hands and feet cut off as punishment, which I know was a thing in Africa under King Leopold, but this looks more recent. I don't think they have footage from the 19th century. Oh my god, Marina, get it together. Anyway, then there's a clip of a dude just straight up nailing his dick to a table. And when he pours the nail out, blood pours out everywhere, all over the camera. Oh, sorry, we have one more Torture Galaxy clip. This one involves more skewers and needles. In the labia, you can see in a wide shot, he has already put all sorts of skewers and needles up in her boobs. He then hooks chains to the skewers in her labia and then attaches them to the wall, and then he injects her labia with saline and then puts more needles in there. The song is Breath Control by Recoil, which is a project done by one of the guys from Depeche Mode, so that's the vibe. Alright, we're almost done. We're actually almost done this time. There's two more. Then we have it's a stripper performing. Or maybe she prefers to be called a burlesque performer. I don't know exactly. I don't have that much context. She's playing around with sparklers. She's like hitting them on her skin and stuff while they're lit. And then she lights candles on a cake and puts them out by sitting on it. And then she does another bit where she fills herself with fluid. Some kind of fluid. I don't know if it's water or milk. And then sprays it out onto the audience. I thought it was a fun act, honestly. I hope everybody brought their SeaWorld ponchos. I think I'm funny, but I don't know if I'm actually funny. Anyway, the last bit is a performance art piece, or I don't know if it's performance art so much as it is just a video footage project by Bob Flanagan, who he's from the documentary that's about him called Sick, which highly recommend viewing. But it's a performance, or not performance, oh my god. It's basically an art film piece called Visible Man. It's from 1992. If you are a Nine Inch Nails fan, you probably know Bob Flanagan as the guy from the Happiness and Slavery video. And then it ends with the That's All, Folks, from Looney Tunes. This was way less bad than MD Pope, by a lot. As much as I hate watching bestiality footage, I skimmed through most of it because it's don't do that. Please don't do that. Even if you think the animal can consent, it's a fucking animal. It doesn't know what it's doing. Please. That's the one, like, I'll get on my soapbox about please don't have sex with animals. Anyway, yeah, again, like I said, way less bad than MD Pope. There was a lot more just weird shit and less gore and death, you know? Aside from that one clip of possible necrophilia and the one execution, I don't think okay, again, my opinion is skewed about the BDSM footage because it's not weird to me. But other than those two clips and the bestiality, there wasn't anything in here that was particularly bad, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm sorry if that was underwhelming, but I would rather it be underwhelming for all of our sake. Alright. Anyway, that's about it for me. Again, I appreciate all of you guys. It's only been like a month and a half, and this channel has blown up, and I didn't ever intend to start making videos like this. I just made the one video about MD Pope because it was a popular topic, and I have a fairly high tolerance to stuff like that. So I thought it would be helpful to other people if I recapped it for them. And now that video has well over 30,000 views, which is fucking yonkers bonkers to me. But yeah, I guess just thanks for deciding you like me enough to stick around and that you like the content. I've also heard some positive feedback about the more vlog style unedited stuff, that you guys are into that. So I'm gonna stick with it for now, and I will... I don't know what's next. I might do a movie review that isn't a mixtape. Yeah, I will also probably do a Spiral review when I see it next week. Because you know your girl got them advance tickets because they cannot wait another day after having it put off for a year. I'm like, I need to see the movie. Show me Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson in the Saw universe. I need it. Alright. Again, yeah. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for your likes and your comments and your subscriptions. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.